Well, it's the morning of day 2, and we're just getting out of camp. We're getting a bit of a late start, not even starting till 10:30 in the morning, in part because we both slept really good. Last night was my first night sleeping in my Bios weight weenie hammock, and I have to say that I am now officially a hammock camper. I've slept in a hammock before. I borrowed a guy who had a Hennessy, I can't remember the name of it, and I liked it. And then I got my own, got the weight weenie from the guys at Butt in a Sling, and I'm telling you, I slept great last night. Lows in the 50s, so it wasn't really cold. I did not have an underquilt, so I put a sleeping bag under my sleeping bag, but we went to sleep probably like 10:30, and I slept at 8 o'clock. I mean, it was great. Slept really good, and so that was good. Didn't get any video at camp. Should have done that. Forgot to, but anyway, it was a great night. Gear's working good, food's working good, and now we are headed about 11 miles today on Cedar Creek Trail. I'll check in with you later. It's about 12:45, day 2. We're at the southernmost end of the southern loop, and we've been doing a lot of road walking this morning, and we're crossing the Cedar Creek, but this time crossing it on this cool old bridge. And we're planning to stop here and get some water and eat lunch, but we're trying to find a place to get to the creek. The creek has been high at one point, so the banks are all muddy. There's no real good sandbars, so we think we have scouted one out. So we're going to get off the bridge here, and I think we found a little muddy sandbar that's got some debris that we think we can stand on to get some water. So off into the woods we go. Try to get down to the creek and get some water. So I'll check in with you later. We're about to wrap things up. We're about mile, 2 miles, something like that, and it's kind of windy up here in this meadow. Hopefully you got some audio. We spent most of the day today on day 2 walking either on a road or in a meadow. It hasn't been too bad. I mean, the scenery's been different. It's easy hiking, but it's not necessarily like being in the woods, but it's been pretty good. We'll I think we'll be back in the woods before we get to the trailhead, but almost there. Feeling good. We're both getting a little tired. I'm gonna eat Zaxby's chicken at the end of this, so I've been thinking about Zaxby's. Got Zaxby's on the brain. All right, we'll check in with you later. Well, we're coming to an end. Just walked through our last meadow and crossed our last road, and we're now on the last bit of the trail before we get to the campground. I can see the campground up ahead, and that's where we started. So, thoughts on the Cedar Creek Trail. The blazes are hit and miss. I mean, you might get blazes every 20 feet and not see a blaze for a mile. But every time we lost the trail, it didn't take us too long there was some type of marker indication that there's a trail. But it's good, I'd definitely do it again. We started at the Pine Ridge Campground and hiked the southern loop starting north. And I think I would have done it the other way. So day one would have been all of the walking in the meadows. But good hike, 22 miles in 2 days. I think a good test for my AT section hike. I think I'll be able to do about 10 miles a day. That's what we did here. We're now in the campground. People got charcoal grills going, it smells good. So yeah, doing 10-12 miles a day. Now there wasn't much elevation here. I think I'll get in Georgia, but I think I can do 10 miles a day. That'll be all right. Gear-wise, everything is good. I'm feeling a little tightness in my shoulders again, as I did yesterday. And I don't know if I'm just not packing my pack right. But outside of that, I mean, gear-wise, I feel like I'm good to go. The 40-degree bag did great. My sleeping bag got down in the low 50s on this trip, and I expect when I'm in North Georgia on the AT, I don't expect in June for the temps to be any lower than that. So sleeping bag did great. Hammock was fantastic, and so I'm happy with that. Probably need more practice setting up my tarp. I think my tarp did fine, but we didn't have any rain. So all my other odds and ends, everything was good. This was a shakedown hike for me, and I think I put my hands on every piece of gear that I brought. I carried my Thermarest Z Light, just not knowing about insulation for my hammock because I didn't have a down underquilt. But I don't think I'm going to need any insulation hiking the AT in June, so I didn't need the Z Light, but I brought it just in case. Food was good. Using the Sawyer squeeze, that's good. So I think we're good to go. And now we have arrived where we started, back on the campground. And Ben's car is still there. That's good. He was a little worried. But yeah, so good hike. Felt really good. Oh, my trekking poles, that was the other thing. This is the first longer hike where I used my Black Diamond trekking poles, and they worked really great. I like the tri-fold stowaway design.